right, we got thumbs up. So once again, welcome to our midweek meditation. Welcome to our love streamers. I'm Reverend Keith. We're Soul Center. We're an interfaith, trans-denominational spiritual center, which means we acknowledge the golden thread found in all of the mystical traditions found at the top echelons of the religions. But we're here to move into meditation. Our meditation service on Wednesdays, which, just please make a note, next week we are falling back to a 5:30 midweek meditation start. So that will begin next week. So this is our final one at 6:45 p.m. So we're here to move into meditation. We acknowledge meditation practices from around the globe. Some meditation practices are mantras or they're activations. Some meditation practices are meditations of inquiry or visioning, where you're seeking providence. Some are moving meditations, where you're really focusing on having energy connect to your physicality in a kind of a moving way, like Qigong or yoga or Tai Chi. Ours is a seated meditation. Unless some people have been known to lay down on the chairs, you're welcome to do that if you would like to. We give you carte blanche to participate in a way that you would like. Whatever works best for you. I'll have a couple suggestions when we begin in a few moments. But before we begin officially, I'm just going to welcome you. We're going to start with our reading of the evening and our evocation, and then we'll move into our meditation practice.
Good evening. My name is Gina Feta. Our reading this evening is from The Universe is Calling by Eric Butterworth. One of the most important experiences for all persons is the desire to turn from the confusion of life at the circumference. The prodigal son in the far country came to himself. He suddenly realized, I don't belong here. I want to go home. I will arise and go on to my father. But you see, this did not involve going anywhere in a geographical sense. It was simply a matter of waking up. Meister Eckhart went right to the heart of this parable when he commented that the prodigal was in far country, but the father was at home in the center of his being. The prodigal in the far country represents living at the circumference of being in sensual and materialistic consciousness. It is a dream sleep of human consciousness. The prodigal came to himself. He woke up. This is the secret of the silence. We have believed that the root of reality is out there in the world of money, possessions, relationships, and circumstances. We go off in an endless search for the holy grail of meaning in our work, in our acquisitions, and in getting a special person. But when we come to ourselves, we realize that the goal is to find it not out there, but within ourselves. The answer is in the way of the silence. Let us now take a moment in prayer. Oh, I'm so grateful for this word of knowing that God lives within all of us, is within us, as us, and through us in every moment. I am grateful to know that God is love and kindness and generosity and peace that passes human understanding, that God is the source and supply, the creator of all, that is eternal, here today, tomorrow, and every day, in every way. I am so grateful for the power of prayer, for the power of meditation to be so transformative, to bring happiness and love to all and to myself. So I bless this night as sacred. I bless each and every one of you. I bless Reverend Keith. I bless Soul Center. And I simply say, and so it is, amen.
And so it is. Thanks, Gina.
Thank you, Gina. And as we prepare to move into our meditation, we're going to do a cabin check. If you are seated here live in person and you have a cellular device, if you could just double or triple check that it is either in meditation mode, also known as airplane mode, or just simply off. Yes. And for those of you who are streaming in, if you're on a cellular device, you might want to put that on Do Not Disturb. As we prepare to do the same, just a couple of things. I always like to begin with something to kind of center and ground, and kind of borrowing from Eric Butterworth and the reading of the prodigal son. And if you could imagine, the center. So in the parable, the center is the father or home, and then the circumference out here is where we go in the material world. And so if you could imagine, like, what if you went to an amusement park and you went into the fun house and you had all the warped mirrors and the different lights and the mazes and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden you started to, you forgot that there was something outside of that fun house, that there was, that this was reality, this was actually life from now on. And that would seem kind of crazy, I would imagine. And meditation is, because really planet Earth and our life, and you can frame it how you like, but it's kind of like an amusement park. We've came here to have a good time. I know that some people are not having good times sometimes, and that we're on a roller coaster sometimes, like at an amusement park. But to come back to the center, that's what we're doing in meditation. The difference between judgment and discernment is kind of key when it comes to meditation. When we're in judgment, there's good and bad, right and wrong, and there's opinions, and they start to coagulate and form attachment. When we're in discernment, we're able to observe. We don't have to attach any meaning to anything. We can just watch what's going on. You can be aware of phenomena, but you're not energetically attached to it. So when we're moving into meditation, I'm going to say we're going to deliberately want to let go of attachments. I remember not that long ago, I was working out in the garden, and I got all kinds of dirt. I should wear gloves, but I oftentimes get a little excited and just get in there, and then all of a sudden you look at your nails and your arms, and I was wearing shorts and there's dirt, and it was warm and I was getting sweaty, and if you could imagine if I just kept that and just went the rest of my day like that, some people might not find that aromatically appealing or visually appealing. And it is actually not even that good for your hygiene to keep all that dirt. When we create attachments, we're creating dirt. When those attachments are attached to false ideas, misperceptions, or erroneous beliefs, that's the dirt. So really what we're doing is we're coming in from the circumference, we're cleaning off the dirt, and we're allowing ourselves to come back to a very centered perception through discernment or observation, and relinquishing judgment. Discernment also carries with it a keen sense of wisdom, the wisdom that transcends human intellect. And so as we get used to our meditation practice, some of you are probably very seasoned and some of you might be newer at it. Wherever you are in your journey with meditation, I can guarantee you this: it will get deeper and more profound the more you do it. Different levels of clarity and wisdom. And I'll just also leave you with this. Have you ever been in a situation where you needed to make a choice? Maybe you're driving and you're like, oh, should I go this route or that route? And you're trying to think, or maybe you're looking at the GPS and it's like, oh, but maybe you think you know better than it. Or you're deciding what things, a trip, like what parts you're gonna, and you're kind of like, I don't know. I think all of us could probably agree when you're like, I know exactly. Oh, that's the one. Ooh, that's the good. Oh, that's what we're going to do. That sense of clarity and knowingness that comes with it, it's pretty delicious when there's no confusion or, speculation, things of that nature. So that's the muscle that we are exercising as we move into meditation. And so to have the intentions, whatever intention you may have for your meditation, I'm just going to offer you a couple to choose from. One is that we will allow ourselves to be overwhelmed with clarity that surpasses words, thoughts, and temporal or intellectual understanding. A clarity that's so pristine and so delicious and so vivid, and that you not only feel it in your body, but in your emotions and your mind, that nothing is going to disturb us. Somebody clears their throat, there's a car that drives by, or whatever it may be, not going to disturb us. We will just stay, in the serene tranquility of the stillness. Nothing from the inner world's going to disturb us either. We're not going to go into the future or the past, but if we do, we're not going to make it wrong either. Just let it be. And I'm going to just offer that if you doze off, no problem. The goal is to move into a lucid state of divine awareness, absolute clarity. But if you doze off, no problem. It will all be good. If you hear every word I say during the centering, wonderful. It's just there for you to use if you like it, and if you don't have to. Whatever works for you. And I always like to say, you know what? I'm going to let this be the best, the deepest, the most profound, the most delicious, rejuvenating, revelatory meditation ever. And it has never failed me. So those are some of the things I'm going to offer up to you. We're going to dim the lights here in the sanctuary. I will center us. We'll go into the stillness for a bit, then we'll come back in a wave of prayer. And we are now ready to begin. Always, we begin by giving ourselves permission to relax, saying to ourselves in our minds, I give myself permission to relax into deep spaces of clarity and overwhelming serenity and peace that begins to flourish and nourish throughout my entire physical, emotional, and mental bodies. We have no place to go. We have nothing to do except relax. And so I invite you to bring your awareness to your breathing, and solely through intention. No efforting, no trying. Intending and allowing our breathing to become fresher, deeper, wider. Perhaps you'll begin to notice the inhalation as you feel that soft breeze coming in through your nose or your mouth, flooding into your lungs and raising your chest, expanding your rib cage. As we exhale, feeling your belly lower and the air release as we settle into a natural, rhythmic cycle. The natural circadian rhythm that slowly and gently begins to expand. I invite you to imagine the top of your head, your crown, as being wide open only to the bliss, the beauty, and the wisdom of your soul, the divine, the light. And imagine a waterfall of light, snowflakes glimmering and shimmering down from the heavens, washing over you and beginning to flow through you. And as we inhale, you can feel the light tingle through your crown and flood into your lungs and chest. And as you exhale, you're going to feel a wave of light rise and release. A contagion of peace begins to awaken, clarity that is not attached to words. Thoughts begin to lift. Time and space begin to expand into timelessness and spaciousness. And an angelic energy of innocence begins to soothe, soften, strengthen, and vitalize your entire beingness. The past and the future begin to evaporate. They are not going anywhere. They are simply returning to timelessness. And the present, right now, opens to the presence. The presence of the eternal. And you begin to notice all temporal energies evaporating as the eternal frequencies expand. You can feel the energy of harmony, tranquility, beauty, love, peace, and an effervescence of joy, flooding your heart, your chest. Everything is opening and expanding. As your heart floods with light, as it begins to blossom and open, a contagion of wellness and goodness begins to shimmer and glimmer throughout all your cells. The energy begins to flow and glow down into your midsection, your core, your stomach, and lower back begin to soften and strengthen. Your root and hips begin to flood with the energy of safety, a feeling of home, and waves of light begin to tingle down through your thighs and hamstrings. An energy of divine strength flows down through your calves and shins into your feet. Waves of freedom begin to flood the shoulders. The light, as weightlessness and luminosity is dissolving all density. You can feel that energy tingling as it flows into your emotional body. All attachments and any judgments that do not serve, rooted in lack or misperception, are beginning to evaporate like steam. Waves of clarity are rolling through your mental body. A clarity steeped in the wisdom of truth, the absolute truth of providence that we call divine directioning. And you can feel your imagination attuning only the divine illumination, the inner eye flooding with light and visions of the soul, the inner ear coming to the forefront, where outer sounds fade to the background, and the still small voice makes its noticed. And the surface mind, letting go of thoughts even more, opens to the wisdom beyond words. And you may begin to notice this energy is fortifying the physical body with wellness, the emotional and mental body with optimism and enthusiasm. And wherever clarity is necessary, the wisdom that surpasses intellect, we open, we observe, we rejuvenate, and we relax. We right here. And the brilliance, the peace, and the love of stillness. You may begin to notice the energy of grace that is seeking to take you deeper and rise higher. Feel your breath softly expanding as we go even deeper and even higher in the angelic frequencies. invite you to gently become aware of the eternal light, the energy of your soul, the higher self. Just observe. Allow yourself to remember who you truly are, beyond gender, race, or nationality, beyond age, beyond body. Begin to feel a nourishing, flourishing, nurturing energy that begins to softly invigorate, align, just as the air, the oxygen, comes in through your respiratory system and floods your lungs and flows through your body. The channels and meridians that distribute the oxygen, the channels and meridians that flow through your physical, emotional, and mental bodies, to nourish and flourish radiant wellness. I invite you to allow an expansion. No efforting, just allowing that, an expansion of vitality, an expansion of radiance, clarity, an expansion of innocence, purity, rejuvenation, expanding. And you can feel that energy, the energy of harmony that unites all the organs in the body temple in cooperation. You can feel that energy of harmony rippling out into the body of affairs, purifying, rectifying all relationships as the energies of reverence and respect, kindness and generosity, support, authenticity begin to flood the body of affairs. In any area of a relationship, a situation, or a circumstance that is to be up-leveled or uplifted, just allow that energy. You may begin to become softly or subtly aware of the energy of wholeness. Balance. Goodness. And you may become aware of a destiny beyond fate, a divine destiny, realized wholeness, realized wellness, prosperity. Take a moment as we allow the energy to continue to expand, softly and gently regenerating. You may begin to feel your spiritual DNA. Take a moment and we remember the real reality back of the temporal, back of the world of effects. There is a bliss, a beauty, a brilliance, an intelligence, a power that is omniscient, all-wise, omnipotent, all-powerful, and only operates from an omniamorous, loving beauty that creates galaxies, planets, stars, that orbits those planets, that whirls and hurls asteroids or comets through the night sky. That a beam of sunshine can travel billions of miles and land upon a leaf and photosynthesize it, or a solar panel and energize it. The ease and the elegance. We take a moment and remember the truth. Back of all life, this bliss only seeks to create goodness. We're not speaking of what our ego or humanity may create from worries, doubts, and fears. We're speaking strictly, purely of the beauty that germinates from the seed of perfection into the flower, the tree, or the forest. The seeds of desire from our soul and our heart. And whether you call it the universe, the one, the creator, whether you call it Allah or Jehovah or Yahweh or Hoda, Dios, the Great One, God. We know it is benevolence, brilliance, and it is the very source and the wisdom of all creation. And every sacred text around the globe, in one way or another, has said that each of us, formed and fashioned in the image and likeness of the infinite, the true self, the higher self. And so I'm grateful to know that as we meditate, we commune with the divine, with the truth, with our soul. And something wonderful is remembered, is returned, is rejuvenated. And it's from a place of deep thanksgiving. As we come back into a lucid state of divine awareness, an expanded state of vitality, becoming aware of the furniture beneath you, the land beneath the furniture, the earth upon which we live. We come back into a lucid state of clarity. And if you haven't already, whenever you feel ready, you can open your eyes or you can keep them closed. And if you want, you may want to push your feet into the ground, a little bit of grounding, or opposite hand to opposite knee, or opposite hand to opposite shoulder, whatever feels right and good to you. As we ground and return and we bring the lights up in the sanctuary, I want to welcome you back. And that officially concludes the meditation part of our service. As I mentioned earlier, Soul Center, we are a spiritual community that invites you to have a direct connection in a way that's perfect and right for you. We encourage you to have a direct connection, a direct experience where you become aware of the absolute truth. And we're here for midweek meditation, which is said earlier. Next week, we move to our new time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. So I know those of you on the East Coast will be happy. That'll be 8:30 for you. And those of you here, that will be our new schedule. And if you want to make a contribution, a donation to our community, you're more than welcome to. These are the ways you can do it. Those are on your screens at home. You can use the QR code, Zelle, Venmo, all that information is on the screen. For those of you here, you're welcome to do that, or we have a box in the back of the room for cash or checks. If you ever want to make a contribution, that just helps us take care of our bills. We appreciate that. We're here on Sundays, 10 a.m. We do a meditation service on Sunday. 10:30 is our music and our message, where we inspire and have a good time. So you're welcome to join us on our Sunday celebration. And then we have our daily affirmative prayer on Zoom or on Facebook Live, our Soul Center Facebook Live page, which is 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday. So you're welcome to join in. That's about a 10 to 15 minute experience online. And you can still get in on the yacht cruise, which is a fundraiser that was donated. There's a couple spaces still left for this Sunday. We will be leaving from Newport from a private residence who has donated a lunch and a yacht and a cruise for this Sunday. So you can find out about that at soulcenteroc.com. There's still a couple spaces left. We would love to see you there, or you can just sign up for our newsletter if you want to keep abreast of retreats or other activities or our upcoming class. Thank you and welcome back. Love you, love streamers, and we will see you mañana on the Daily Affirmative Prayer. And welcome back.